exciting match between the two. We'll see if see who comes out on top here.
Yes, we will. And he has a slew of characters, right? I mean,
Yeah,
Dr. Mario, Fox, Palu, just any character. Rob, yeah, he plays at a very high level too.
Yeah,
he's always a wild card.
As Jahzz0 here, you're not really like. Of course, you have to be prepared for the Palu. The reason why Luis is Luis. But you also have to worry about a couple more. But right now, all you can worry about is this Town and City game number 1, and already Jahzz0 starting off big here with a nice little jab combo for 23%. Luis immediately setting up this ledge trap situation, exactly where you want to be versus the Shotos. But something you can't do versus Jahzz0, even on online, is go for those down airs, especially those deep ones, because Jahzz0 will be ready to parry and get a big punish off of it. Nice tech chasing from Luis. That's a pretty big damage, 74%. And Jahzz0 is able to get back in the corner, drops the conversion. I think that might have been a forward smash attempt on that late landing forward air, as Luis gets another ledge trap and is just continuing to smother Jahzz0's disadvantage state. The forward air sends off stage once again. Luis isn't going for any big haymakers, but he doesn't really need to. You just have to keep rinse and repeating the situation. It's working out very, very well for Luis.
Also went ahead and ran bets for this. If you would like, bets are running. Damn!
That was so smart. He knew that Luis wanted to land on the platform and back throw, so he landed at the very edge of the platform and then punished the aggression with the down tilt, read the jump with the back air. So smart from Jahzz0, because Luis has to jump to avoid the short you can follow up. As smart as that was for Jahzz0, Luis is able to close out that stock with the back throw, and now we're back to even. Very even match between the two so far.
And Talon City with the small blast zones. It could turn around at any second, especially if Ken lands back here.
And now we're back even with the platforms. It doesn't really help Jahzz0 get out of this juggle. The focus stack comes out. It gets punished by that Nair, as Luis does not give any reprieve to Jahzz0. Jahzz0 is just stuck in the air and finally finds some ground. 42% on Luis. Every single time Jahzz0 gets in the face of Luis, he's doing 20 to 30%, so you still have to be careful. A nice nair from Luis, actually pulling the trigger on the button. A lot of times people or Palus don't go for a swing because they expect an air dodge, and that's smart from Luis to get as much damage as possible, because at any moment, Jahzz0 can pull something like that out of his tool belt and even up percent here.
Okay.
How Jahzz0 getting the forward tilt there, yeah.
121.
Oh man, Luis getting punished hard on these platforms. Gets a drag down that actually KOs Jahzz0, and a little bit of a break for Luis as we now get down to a even stock situation here for game number 1. I didn't think it was going to be this close, honestly. I thought Luis would be pretty handily beating Jahzz0, but Jahzz0, of course, showing there's no slouch in the matchup. Nice tech chase with the back dash, gets a jab into the dash attack. That's 72%. Shoryuken, not quite enough to KO, but a nice placed forward smash or back air might at the ledge. Okay, smart from Luis, disengages to not get hit with the Shoryuken, but it doesn't matter. It KOs, wow.
I was surprised I didn't even kill. That's insane. Just like that. Man, the winner of this is indeed fighting Onin in a battle to the death. Jahzz0 loved the options there he did.
It became so rough for Luis. I think kind of when it started to slip away in that last stock was when the platforms went away and it was down to that FD variant of Town and City. Jahzz0 just had way too much control. And Luis, you know, it could be said that, oh, maybe he needs to like go force himself in the corner, but do you really want to be in the corner versus Ken? He was trying to push some aggression and create some space in the face of Jahzz0, and fortunately Jahzz0 gets the better of that interaction. As we go back to Town and City for Luis. We'll see if he's able to do something here. Maybe some edge guarding potentially could be in order, or maybe he just needs to continue what he's been doing where he just keeps Jahzz0 in disadvantage state. Nonetheless, we're game 2 back on Town and City.
And just to remind everyone, there will not be a Coinbox next week. Next week is actually my 10-year anniversary with Team Liquid / Curse. And on Wednesday, we're doing a special team day for that. So there won't be a Coinbox next week, but it should resume the week after that. So it will be, next Coinbox will be on the 24th. For those of you that are wondering about the schedule.
Congratulations. I didn't know it was 10 years. That's insane.
Thank you. Yeah, actually, that makes me one of the longest tenured esports athletes of all time, personally. Kind of a bizarre stat. But shout out to Liquid for believing in Smash. Definitely appreciate that.
Kind of shades of game one where Luis has a pretty big damage lead, but it really only takes one open up for Jahzz0 to even it up. It's weird because Town and City, obviously, you're like, okay, you live longer off the top, but is it really that big of a difference versus Jahzz0? Luis, nice frame trap there, gets the down throw, baits out the air dodge with the back air. Now Luis with a big lead. I was talking about kind of seeing more of that, just keep Jahzz0 off the stage and continue these ledge traps, and I think Luis is doing that very, very well here. Big reversal for Jahzz0 as Luis is forced back into the corner, and this is where Jahzz0 has been finding a majority of their stocks, is when Luis slips up in the punish and gets a little bit too antsy. Has that down tilt Shoryuken doesn't fully connect. That's big for Luis. 2 stocks to 3. Jahzz0 really needed that to come back in this game, and Luis now has some time to slow it down, put out these neutral Bs, and just avoid getting KO'd. It's working.
You know, as Puff, whenever I get hit by that falling neutral air by Palutena, I'm always like, I'm in a lot of trouble. But, you know, sometimes it's all about just having a character with good out-of-shield options.
Yep. Oh, another Shoryuken not working for Jahzz0. Every single time, it's like he's losing 30% of his life, because it's just like every single time Luis gets another opportunity, it's many, many more hits. Nice forward tilt, though, to catch the jump from ledge.
Just like that again. And the forward smash, focus through it. What's the punish? 40%. Pretty healthy for that. Really money, just run up jab. Why not?
Forced the edge guard, and fortunately didn't work out there, but he catches the subsequent roll from ledge with a back air, as now it's 2 stocks to 1. But Jahzz0, I mean, it's never really over as long as Jahzz0's on the screen, because he'll get a rising up air into that Shoryuken, and now you're at 77% with a ledge trap on the way, jumps from the ledge, is able to avoid it, but a dash attack is ill-advised there, as Luis gets 40% and looks to hopefully slowly take this game. You don't want anything crazy to happen here if you're Luis, because Jahzz0 just needs 1 or 2 scramble situations to bring this back.
It's 77%. Has the energy of a game 3 here.
Oof, that hard up tilt, if not for the spacing, could have led into a Shoryuken for Jahzz0. Nice jump out from Luis, or a nice jump catch from Jahzz0 on Luis's jump out of shield. As now it's not looking so bad for Jahzz0 here, as the one down tilt converts into a true Shoryu, and we're down to even stocks here. It's exactly what happened game 1.
Yep, and I mean, Ken's one of the few characters that with Rage can really make ruin someone's day, especially when they have a lead of 140%. Louis Money, though, obviously very, very well at that. Just goes for an empty hop grab, which actually saves him frames on that instead of going for an aerial. I always love that option. It's kind of like a semi-tomahawk. This is the back air. Elbow up. 172. Pretty much anything will kill Jahzz0 here, but this is actually still winnable. This needs like basically 1 confirmed to butter him up to about 40%. But Louis Money says, I'm not going to give you a shot. We're going to game 3 with the back air on Town.
Really smart for Luis to play around the shield health on Jahzz0. He was just trying to throw out safe poking moves on shield, not get anything crazy going, but force Jahzz0's shield down so that back air will eventually hit. And you saw there, Jahzz0 had to drop shield because he had such a little shield that the back air would have just KO'd, or it would have broke shield and then it would have been the game anyway. So smart stuff from Luis, playing very patient versus Ken. Super, super important on Town and City. It got a little scary there. I'll admit, I honestly thought Jahzz0 could have easily taken the game there.
Here for the hand heart, and yep. 1-1 now. And a reminder, this is a double elimination bracket, and these 2 players are in winners. The winner of this fight's Onin in a hotly contested set. Jahzz0 versus Sonics also might happen, just to keep in mind. Here we're going. Probably, if it's Jahzz0's pick, he's going to want something that Palu can't get the auto combos on. Let's see us. Okay, back to PS2.
Yeah, I don't see Battlefield being a good option, either a flat stage like FD, as Jahzz0 was getting pretty punished on the landing. So we're going back to PS2 here. You have a couple platforms to help you out landing, but the teleport cancel stuff goes online for Luis, and you can, well, if you tech in, you get comboed there too, and you see Jahzz0 getting a big open up to start off game number 3 here. And Luis getting an open up of their own, gets the up air there. Now the percent back to even. And yeah, this is where Luis has that confidence to go for those high up airs and then bait out air dodges to platforms and then get punishes with back air. Little like optimizations in your jungle game like that make these matchups a lot easier for Palo.
And that, if he had the elbow, that would have been a stock.
Yeah, the hard up tilt.
especially on that platform. Extra little boost up, but he's hesitating, and that's going to be stock one for sure.
Wow. It just can all slip away so quickly. One missed juggle, one, putting yourself in the corner versus Jahzz0, and your stock's gone, or you're taking 52% and forced back on the ledge as Jahzz0's up 3 stocks to 2 versus Luis, who can't find a way in versus Jahzz0 now.
Can't seem to actually do it.
Nice tomahawk. That's big there. Goes for the back air on the down throw. Doesn't find the connection. Jahzz0 back into center stage versus Luis, who's throwing out a lot of hitboxes, but you can't be confident doing that as Jahzz0 is so good at parrying and punishing Palu's options out of parry. Nice mix-up from Luis. Kind of like a ledge dash there to get some space back onto the stage and get a punish. But Jahzz0 is just like, it's just so much aggression, like dropping and then running forward and keeping Luis in the corner, not making him comfortable on stage is so important. When you try to hold on to the stock. That was just raw, by the way, off a landing aerial. That's the thing that Ken brings to the table, is that jump-in combos as opposed to the other Shotos. It's already showing there as Luis goes for a failed edge guard attempt and gets punished for it.
Once.
Is this a 3 stock?
I think so. I mean, it's weird seeing a game 3 and then a 3 stock in game 3. Like, I understand adaptation, but to this level, this late in the bracket, I mean, my goodness. Oh my god, he's at low-key kill percent. He's at kill percent.
Oh, it's done now if you hit a down tilt for Jahzz0.
Yeah.
He hasn't KO'd with Shoryuken yet, so I think it's not too stale. Back air connects 91% on Luis. You have to be careful off this ledge as a Shoryuken comes out. Hikara cancels the down smash, but Luis punishes the Shoryuken attempt. Jahzz0 is setting up a bit of a trap there, and Luis doesn't fall for it.
Yeah.
It's still doable as Palu. You just need a couple edge guards. Nice run up parry from Luis and get some big damage. Sometimes Jahzz0 can get a little too antsy for the KO. See if that's the case here. If he's able to get it off the top tier. Yeah, Luis tries to DI in. It doesn't work out. The Shoryuken comes through, and Jahzz0 moves on with a 2 stock and a 2-1. Wow, I cannot believe it was that dominant for Jahzz0. Game 3, 2 stock is unheard of.
Yep. We have another match now for round 2 winners. For those of you watching, how about some little bit of Midwest versus Quebec action? Armadillo versus